Hello. All right, so check it out. We're gonna let some people join, but I am pleased to have. Well, you know what? Before we say all of that, I'm Paris Taylor. I'm a correspondent for the Urban King, and I'm so excited to have my family, my fellow Saluki, Corey
Yeah.
Hendrick, on today. He has been on The Shy, Black and Privileged, which is now currently on Netflix. Chicago PD, Speechless, Fargo, Cleveland Abduction, Chirac. He's been on Empire, Be Love, every Day but Christmas. He's been on Holiday
Ooh.
Heights. I mean, Chicago Guy, Proven Innocent. Like this man has been everywhere. Corey, what's good?
What's good? I didn't even realize I did all that. You just ran off the
Yes.
whole resume.
I was like, wow, wow, definitely wow. So Corey, you know what? Let's get straight to it. So how did you get into acting?
Um, I got into acting in college, right? So my brother is 2 years older than me.
Okay.
He was already at SIU. He's a film student, directing major.
Mhm.
So the plan was he was gonna make the movies. I was gonna act in the movies.
Okay.
And then once I got to SIU, I just kind of like threw myself in that world more. I wasn't a theater major, but I
Okay.
was always, hanging out with actors or filmmakers or film students and all that type of stuff.
Okay.
And
That's pretty cool.
I
Okay.
started. My first time acting was actually in one of my brother's student films
Oh,
for his
okay.
film class. So, yeah.
Okay. So when it comes to roles, how do you determine which roles that you will accept and which roles will you like decline?
Um, See, it's funny because I'm still at like a certain point in my career where I'm not like big enough to turn it down anything that's solid or good. Because
Okay.
you have a lot of independent work nowadays that honestly just may not be too good. So what you have to do is you have to look at the people's work.
Okay.
Really, I may read the script and I may like the story, I may like the character they want me to play,
Okay.
but the filmmakers, I may look at their previous work and I'm like, okay, they don't know what they're doing.
Right.
They're not there yet. So I'm not going to do this project because we all going to just look bad.
Right. I
So
understand.
you have to have that type of discernment. And then sometimes a role may speak to you. Like they may have done decent work in the past. They may not have a big budget, but you really, really like the role. And you're like, you know what? I'm going to gamble on this one. I'm going to go gamble and see if it work out.
Okay. So growing up, what actors like inspired you to do what you do?
I mean, of course, Denzel Washington.
Okay.
I love Kevin Spacey.
Okay.
I love Don Cheadle. You know, Lawrence Fishburne, Samuel Jackson, Meryl Streep, like pretty much the big Hollywood people. I'm a
Okay.
big Jeffrey Wright fan though. I love Jeffrey
Okay.
Wright. Daniel Day Lewis. I have like certain people who I look into, but growing up it was really more so like Denzel and like Wesley Snipes, like the Black Stars,
Okay. Okay.
people like that.
Now
And I got
have
a chance
you?
to actually work with Wesley. Go ahead.
Oh. Okay. Now, have you ever accepted a role that you weren't sure about? Like you was like, I don't know, but you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and do it anyway.
Yeah, yeah. I've done it a couple times.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
Well,
and it's.
go
I'm
ahead.
not gonna say the role. I'm not gonna say the role because the director be like, "What? You felt that way?" But but I did a project once and I wasn't sure because the director wanted to do something different. So I was like, oh, you know what? Better yet, I'll use Black and Privilege as an example. So
Okay.
the director for Black and Privilege, Mark Harris, that's a good buddy of mine. When he came to me with the whole idea, I was like, man, to pull this off, you have to kind of do it a certain way. So I was like, bro, if we do this project, you got to kind of knock these elements out and do this. Because I knew he could do it, but I saw it a certain way. So I wanted to do it, but I was kind of apprehensive because I was like, man, if we mess this up, we're gonna fall on our face bad. But it worked out. It worked
Okay.
out.
So, what message did you hope that people got from that movie in particular, Black and Privilege?
Black and Privilege. Me personally, I wanted people to watch Black and Privilege and like definitely come to like an understanding of like how things came to be. I don't think a lot of people understand the discrimination Black people face with say housing and institutional things like that. So when we look at the projects and places like that, we think, okay, Black folks kind of just ended up there, or our neighborhoods just kind of ended up bad. And it's like, nah, it wasn't just that. It wasn't just Black people making bad decisions. It was a whole system kind of closing us out,
Right.
and we had to figure it out. And now that like you had some people, some Black folks, the well-to-do people in Black and privilege, now you have some people who have gotten to a better space. It's like do they have a responsibility to help bring the rest along the way, or do they kind of just do for themselves and the other like-minded people around them? So one
Okay.
of those things.
Now, is there any special thing that you do before an audition? Like, do you maybe drink a glass of wine before your audition? Do you like go to the gym before your audition, or is there anything special that you do like to get pumped up like before the audition?
Mm, I don't have a ritual. Like that's something I
No.
really don't have. I don't have a ritual before I go into auditions or anything like that. Um, yeah, I'm a smoker, but I try my best. Not even try my best. I really don't smoke before I go into auditions or act. People always think that's what it is. Like you probably be going to your auditions high. I'm like, no. I be I be so sober when I go in there. So I don't have a ritual. I just try to really get familiar as I possibly can and comfortable with the script,
Okay.
with the scene that I'm going there. And if I get really comfortable with it, then I can just play around with it, and then I won't have like those nerves and those butterflies when I go into the room.
Okay. So let's talk to Shy. How did it come about you getting cast in the Shy?
The shy, oh man, the shy was a crazy journey. So in the fall of 2015, I auditioned for the shy, and I booked. We shot a pilot for it.
Okay.
Showtime didn't like the pilot.
Oh
They
wow.
scrapped the entire pilot, but they still wanted to do the show. So what they did was they did a whole like they recast the whole project. So in 2017, I had to audition again
Okay.
for the next pilot episode. But the funny thing was by that time I had moved to LA.
Yeah, I remember you
I
worked
was like
in
I
LA.
was like, man, you know what? Fuck Chicago, man. This ain't working out, blase, blase. So went to LA. Was in LA for like 4 months maybe. And my agent was like, yo, you just booked the shy. You got to come back home.
Oh wow.
It pretty much happened like that. Like I did a self tape audition from my apartment in LA, sent my self tape audition back to my agent in Chicago so she could send it to the people in LA where I was already at,
Oh
and they
wow.
could say, okay, good job, come back to Chicago. So it was crazy.
That is crazy. So, would you say that to be an actor, you really have to live in LA, or like, does it really matter?
Nah, it's 2020. A lot of the old rules don't apply anymore. You don't have to live in LA. You can live. I won't say you can live, but you can live anywhere because we have technology that's so advanced nowadays. Anybody can get a camera phone and shoot a short story. And if you know what you're doing, or if you're taking some classes or whatever, you can get better and you can build your own following. And you're pretty much an actor and a filmmaker. Now, if you want to go that traditional Hollywood route, I would say do as much as you can in the city where you are,
Okay.
and that may be taking classes, working with theater organizations, independent filmmakers, student filmmakers. A lot of cities are not like Chicago, Atlanta, LA, and New York, so there's no major network television or films being shot there. So once you've done enough on like the ground level, then you may want to branch out to Chicago, Atlanta, New York, or LA, a bigger market. Once you've done everything you can in the town or the city where you are.
That makes sense. Okay. So, what's your favorite role that like you've ever played in, like whether it's a TV show or movie? What's your favorite role that
So far,
you
so far, my favorite role. Okay, so it's kind of up for grabs. When I was at SIU in Carbondale, I played in Fences.
Okay.
So I was Wilson play, and I played Gabriel in Fences. So that was my favorite character up until really like recent times, like now. I'm working on Fargo right now.
Okay.
We're on hiatus because of this, but working on Fargo right now. And the character I play on Fargo, it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Like the most fun I've ever had acting. It's been a blessing. So
Okay. So when
I
does
would definitely.
Fargo come out?
We don't know yet because it's a pandemic. So the original premiere date was April 19th. It's been pushed back until who knows.
All right. So can you tell us a little bit about Fargo?
So Fargo is an anthology series that's I guess you could say loosely based off the film Fargo that came out I think in '96. It's a
Hmm.
4 season. It's an anthology series, so every season is different characters, different casts, but they all make reference to the film. So this season 4, is set in Kansas City, Missouri, and it's pretty much a story about two crime syndicates going to war. An
Okay.
Italian crime syndicate and a black crime syndicate fighting over the underworld. And it's set in 1950, so it's a period piece. 1950 also tells a story of black people, migrating across the country looking for better opportunities. Also, immigrants coming in from Europe, the Italians and other people coming to the U.S. So it's like an immigrant story. It's a a racial story. It's a gangster story. It's a mob story. And my character, his name is Omi Sparkman. I'm pretty much just like muscle,
Okay.
in the streets. I play a tough guy, but it's a lot of fun. It's a period piece. We get to dress up. Some of the lingo is a little different. We
Okay.
have to just really dive in. It's been a lot of fun. Chris Rock has the lead of this series of this season, so
Okay.
people are expecting like this season to get a lot more visibility because of Chris doing something we haven't seen him do before.
Oh, awesome.
So,
Awesome. Okay. So how long does it take for you to learn your lines?
it really just depends on how many you have. Like I don't really, you may have some days where you say a lot and some days you don't. So if okay, this is the thing with film and theater and TV, it's different. If I'm doing a play and we're rehearsing, say 3 weeks to a month before the play actually goes up, we're in rehearsals on a regular basis, and I may be studying my lines at home. So over the course of that month or so, 3 weeks to a month, I learn my lines. Whereas if I'm doing a film or a TV show, I don't have to learn everything. I only have to know what I have to know for that day.
Oh,
So if I film it tomorrow, I may have 5 lines tomorrow. I've already read the script a million times. I'm probably going over it. So leading up to that day when I film, I just kind of go over it repetitively, work on the scene, build. But it may not take a long time because for that one day, I only have 5 lines.
okay.
Now
That
now
makes
the next day, I may have pages worth of shit.
sense. Right.
So it's like you gotta just kind of, it's really repetition. You gotta go over it. Really, really like read the script and study the scene and know what's going on. If you really know and understand what's going on, then it's like you'll be there. Even if you don't say everything word for word, you'll be saying the right things.
Okay, I got you. Okay. So like what advice would you give to someone who's trying to like make it inside of the acting business field?
You just have to be persistent, man. You have to really, really be persistent, and along the journey, always work on yourself and invest in yourself.
Okay. Okay.
That's really all you can do. Like work on yourself as far as taking classes and studying, acting. Work on your body. Learn the business, learn the industry, build a network of people
Okay.
because it's you don't want to just sit around and wait for auditions and wait for somebody to give you a gig. So you have to, kind of build a network of filmmakers and people, your own team, so to speak. That way you can always kind of create your own content, especially nowadays with everything being so digital.
Right.
Short content has a place now, so you can get a team together, and every week y'all can produce a 2-minute episode or something.
Yeah.
So it's like just along the lines, it's like work on yourself, invest in yourself, study, take classes, find filmmakers in your own town, your own city. Just you have to be persistent, and then along the way you will just get more fruit from the journey. It's really no one way. I've been doing this since 2000, since I got to SIU. It's 2020 now. And I
Right.
tell people this, I'm just now really seeing some fruit. I know other actors that's younger than me, they may have really just started a few years ago and they took off. It's different for everybody, It's
Right.
different.
So have you did some directing as well?
Yeah, I've done some directing, but more so with independent content.
Yeah, because
So
I think I seen on Facebook that you were starting to do a short film. Is that true?
yeah. I'm always writing and jotting down stuff. I just can never really focus on what it is that I want to do
Okay.
next. But I mean, this has really put a lot of things into perspective. So the film you mentioned earlier, Speechless, the short film,
Yeah.
I wrote and directed that
Okay.
some years ago.
That's
So
cool.
that was my baby some years ago. And right now I'm writing and like co-producing a project with my producing partner Javier Villamil. We're writing something right now during the pandemic, and we also have a zombie film that we're going to
Oh
shoot in the
wow.
fall. So I'm producing on that project, like co-writing on that project as well, and we both star in the project.
Okay.
We shot a proof of concept for the zombie film last year, and the proof of concept is more so just like some visuals to go along with the script because we're trying to entice investors to get more funding. But we're going to shoot the zombie film in the fall.
Okay.
So I'm definitely
You
like
gonna
doing
do it
some
here?
directing on the side.
You're gonna do
Yeah,
it
in
here?
Chicago.
I know.
In
I'm
Chicago.
gonna be an extra, so let me
I
know.
got you. I got you. If I got you, it's gonna be fun. A lot of fun.
Okay, that's cool. So with COVID-19 going on and everything, how has that affected your career with filming and everything?
It's completely shut down filming.
Okay.
Filming is completely shut down. Yeah, like the last day I was on set, it was just so much like you could just tell people were kind of buzzing about everything that was going on because I think at that time it was probably early March, so that's when like things were really, really, really bad in Italy. Well, it was starting to get really bad in Italy, and a lot of the cast they flew in from Italy, so a lot of the guys couldn't go back home.
Oh wow.
So we were on set looking like, yo, what this shit is getting like really, really serious. And I remember like the day when I finished filming that day, I went home, and I think I may have gotten an email saying production has been like halted until
Wow.
we figure out this whole COVID thing. And since then, everything has just been keep getting pushed back, pushed back, pushed back. So there's been no filming. I've just been home writing and brainstorming,
I got you.
doing my push-up stuff.
Okay. You said push up. So is there okay, well tell me one thing about you that like the people might not know. A little fun
One thing
fact.
about me,
I
you said
said
what?
a little fun fact about you, something that is different or.
Fun fact. What's a fun fact about me that's different? I'm really, really simple. I think it would take people to be around me to notice what's like something interesting or a fun fact. I'm really simple. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just
Maybe like, when you go over your lines, you like to play like rock music or, just something like that or
mm,
like anything
okay.
fun.
Now, one thing I do like to do. I'm not gonna lie. If I have enough time to prepare for a role,
Okay.
like if I have an audition on Friday and my agent gives me the script on Monday, which you normally don't get that many days, but if I get the script like Monday and my audition is Friday, I know I have enough time to really play with the role. So I'll go over the lines and I'll do everything. Like I learn the lines, I'll go over the scene, I'll study everything. But then I do like to do it a different way. So once I get comfortable with it, I do like to get really, really playful and do it a different way. I do like to get high in and then do everything high and to see how different it is. And I'm like high as a fucking kite. So I do stuff that way too. So that's probably a fun fact.
Okay. All
I'm
right.
working. I'm
So
like, let me see what I'll discover over here if I'm doing it this way. Yeah.
I got you. I got you. All right. So coming up, you got Fargo that's coming out. Is there any other thing that you have coming up or any other projects you have coming up that like the people should know about?
Yeah, so the season 3 of The Shy premieres June 21st.
I wanted to ask you about that. I'm not sure of the guy's name, but the one that played the chef,
The
Brandon.
chef. Yeah. Jason Mitchell, yeah.
Right. So he's no longer on the show, right?
Right, he's not on the show.
Right, because I'm not sure exactly what happened, but didn't he get into like some kind of supposedly like some kind of trouble, and then he was
hmm
allowed to, I guess, come back or something like that?
Yeah, it was some type of, I don't know, some type of misconduct or something like that. So I'm so low on the totem pole, I never even like really found out what it was.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, I was trying to be nosy. They was like, nigga, this is above your pay grade. Go away. I was like, damn.
Okay. So you said the Shy premieres when now?
The Shy premieres June 21st on
Okay.
Showtime. So this is season 3. Check us out. I've been blessed to be on all 3 seasons of The Shy,
Yes.
and we film here in Chicago on the South Side and the West Side. Even though the show is, for the most part, set on the South Side.
Okay.
So
And
The
so,
Shy
real
has been a
quick,
blessing.
for the people that might not know, tell them about the role that you play on the Shy.
Oh, so on The Shy, I play a brother by the name of Curtis, and Curtis for the most part is like a neighborhood guy. Sits around, talks shit, drink on the porch, just hangs out, you know. And he's more so like a confidant to Ronnie. Ronnie, who's one of the lead characters, whose story kind of like revolves around. Ronnie's always in some mischief or got something going
Yes.
on or can't figure something out. So whenever he comes around me and another guy, we kind of help him figure it out or just get his mind right. So that's that's pretty much who Curtis is. Like just that
Okay.
we it's about 20 Curtises in every neighborhood. You see him sit on the porch
That's right.
drinking. You see him probably standing in front of the store. He probably your uncle, and it's good. But this season is a little better. Like I get to do a little more this season. So make sure y'all tune in. Like Curtis ain't just sitting on the porch no more. You gotta make sure you tune in.
Okay, I got you. Okay, all right. So you got Fargo, The Shy. Is there anything else you got going on?
Yeah, The Shy, Fargo, Black and Privilege is still on Netflix.
Right.
If you want to check that out,
Okay.
definitely. Other than that, just in the writing process and just really
Okay.
gearing up. Keep your eyes open for the zombie joint. If you go on my Instagram, which is Corey Makes Movies,
Okay.
you can see the teaser for Zombie Joint. It looks super dope. Make sure you check it out. We'll be producing that film and definitely in October. and
Okay.
it'll be out like no later than the summer of 2021.
Okay. So they can on. So you're on IGM, Facebook as well, right? And it's
Yeah,
Corey
yeah,
Makes Movies, right?
yeah. Corey Makes Movies on Instagram, and then on Facebook, just Corey Hendrix. You type it in, I'll pop up.
Okay. All right. Well, Corey, I want to thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule, your day, and with everything going on. I wish you the best, continued success. And anytime you have anything going on, please come back to the Urban Key so that we can be the first one to break whatever you have going on. Okay.
Oh, I definitely will, and I appreciate y'all reaching out. Yeah, I'm really grateful to be the first person. So we're
Yes.
gonna look back at this episode like, look at this.
All
All
right.
right.
All right. Thank you, Corey. I appreciate you. All
Thank
right.
you. Take
You're
care.
welcome. All right. All right. If you guys have any questions, just hit us up. All right.